So today's topic is Helm. We'll see what is Helm today. Before talking about this topic, let's take a scenario. Let's say I have a deployment file. Okay, I have a deployment file with Unix, blah blah blah, and everything inside it. Okay, I ran the Unix, all good so far. Now I got another request that I need to deploy that same Nginx with some few modifications, like the values are little different and the image is version is different in a new environment. Same thing, I mean, same Nginx, except I will be changing few things. As an example, few things like image version will be changed. Let's say currently we are deploying the test. Now we are deploying in the pod, so there will be a new version, and of course, whatever the volumes will change based on the environment. And some parameters will be changed based on the environment. So how we do generally so far is we'll create another deployment file, we'll change there, and we apply there. Correct? This is how we do it, right? So we got another requirement saying that we have a new project, we want to deploy that project. It's kind of similar again, maybe with different parameters. I told you, right? Different values, different parameters. How you do it? Again, you'll be creating a new ML file, and you'll be changing the values and applying it. Now you have three ML files, three manifest files for each and every environment. It is not a good approach, I would say. You know why? Maintaining these three manifest files, which are kind of similar, almost similar, except the values for some. So maintaining that is kind of a duplicate, right? Kind of a duplication. Another thing is, of course, this cannot be reusable. This whatever the manifest file you write, generally deployment, anything, pod, every anything, this cannot be reused. This cannot be reusable because I told we write a manifest file with the values and everything. Of course, if you want to use it, you have to change the values in a different environment or some different scenario like this. So which is not a good practice. You have to write the whole thing from scratch. What if I said there is a way, you know, to overcome this, where we can write a single template and the template can be reused for multiple things, for multiple scenarios. So that's called Helm. That's what Helm is used for. But we do in a little different format. That's it. Not really in a different format. I'll explain that. Helm is a package manager. So what happens is like it allows us to create charts from the applications. It will allow us create charts. Let me write it down. It is the notepad, yes. Charts. Usually we call Helm charts. Helm charts nothing but our YAML files only. It will have our YAML files, collection of YAML files. So collection of YAML files in order to deploy any define run any application. It can be deployment services, ingress, blah blah blah, everything. But we don't deploy the manifest file directly. We deploy the Helm chart. Helm chart will take care of the deployments. So here what's happening is we are not deploying a single file like kubectl apply, something like that. We are deploying a chart, and chart is like collection of multiple ML files. Multiple ML files means whatever the resources we write. but in a structured format, Helm charts, run our application. Even we have to define or we have to use the Helm in organized, folder structure. That's how it will be helpful for us. So what it will do is to keep it simple. Helm charts give you a folder structure with some multiple files. So I'll explain what are those files, but it will give you multiple files. You'll define whatever required in those multiple files, and you run the Helm chart. That's it. Now earlier you were using manifest file to deploy applications. Now you will be using a Helm chart. I mean, there won't be any change in the application. I mean, the way you deploy it. You still be writing the deployment file, but with the help of Helm, you'll be deploying it. Why do I need to deploy with Helm? One thing is the folder structure. The folder structure can be, an organized format where everything it's have its own directories, files. I mean, sorry. Another one is Helm will track the versions of applications, so we can able to roll back. We have rollbacks in deployments, correct? Do we have rollbacks in services in Ingress? No. No other thing have rollback except deployments. But with Helm, we have those rollbacks. We can track the versions, and we can able to roll back if something goes wrong. Like let's say Helm chart 1.0, 2.0. Now I want to go back to 1.0. You can go back. So whatever the configuration changes you did, obviously will be reverted. And the main thing why will be Helm use is reusability, right? We can reuse the same Helm chart for every application. All we have to do is how we define the Helm chart. That's it. How we write the Helm chart based on that. Because I mean, how it can be reused? Because we can pass parameters in the Helm chart. What are the parameters? Let's say, let me log into Node. Okay. Yeah, all good. This is the ML file, correct manifest file. Let's say I want to pass this image name as a variable, or I want to pass this secret name as a variable, or this mount path as a variable, or these values also as variables in the deployment file, or the service account also as a variable. Can we do that? Yes, we can do that, but it's difficult. I mean, we have to define here. I mean, of course, we'll be defining a key here. We have to pass the value, but there is not a direct approach. We have to use a different command along with the kubectl in order to do that. But in Helm, what happens is this file can be parameterized. It means we can pass parameters, we can pass the variables to the deployment file through Helm. So Helm will allow it. So now what happens is, sorry, we just use like create a install Helm and create a Helm chart. Those are very easy. So create a Helm chart. Once Helm chart is created, you'll copy the same deployment file into the Helm chart. Whatever the service files, deployment file we are using, we'll use the same thing, except the only change is server. Yeah, we don't give direct values like this, like this. We pass them as parameters, and the parameters, whatever the variables, will be passing through a different file to this deployment file through Helm chart. So like that. So how to do all these things? Let's see. Let's first install Helm. Sorry. Snap is there. Yes. Snap install Helm classic. I think this should be fine. Oh, sorry. It's just downloading. Let's see. See, Helm 3.16.2 is installed. Try any command, Helm list. Yeah, it's working. Helm commands. Helm is installed. That's it. That's the only command. Now I told you, right? With the help of Helm, we create a chart, something called chart. Let's see what is that. And we deploy the chart. We deploy the chart. Whatever inside the chart will be deployed. Like now, let's say these are all files are there. Imagine daemon set, ingress, PVC, replica set, stateful set, service account, secrets, RBAC, roles, roles, PV, load balancer, job, HPA, config map, cron job. These are all services, right? If I want to apply all these, of course I can apply kubectl, blah blah something. Now these are all belongs to same application. Correct? That's what we are doing so far. So what we will do, we'll simply keep all these in a Helm chart, and at a time it will all be created. That's one of the advantage. So now what we have to do is, let's see first how to install a chat. Helm the command. Sorry, where is it? Let me clear this. Helm install maybe Nginx. Just as an example, I'm using Nginx. Table not found. Wait. Table is not possible to input the format space. It's not allowing us table estimate. Why? Okay, maybe that's not available. Let me just try a different one. Let me. So maybe this one might help. What should be the name? Wait, let me just wait. Hmm, I forgot to do this. First thing what we have to do. Wait a minute. So yeah, first thing what we have to do is not to use once the Helm is installed. We have to use the repositories for the charts. There is a Helm repository called stable. I forgot to add that, but let me open it. Charts dot helm dot sh slash stable. See, this is the Helm chart. We have to add the repo first. Let's remove this and try. Let's provide a URL. Yeah, correct. This is the website. Helm must be installed to use charts. Please refer documentation. One Helm is set up properly. I add the repo as follows. So you have to copy this, add the repo. Stable has been added to your repositories. Now just do update of the repo. Helm repo update. Let's see, successfully applied. Now install it. Helm install Nginx stable from Nginx. So we are downloading this Nginx chart from this stable repo. Download. Oh, there is no Nginx. Okay. Hopefully it should not there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me try one example. Repo stable Nginx not found. Let's try. Blah blah blah. It is not stable. See, looks like it also to duplicate. No, same thing we already have. Same thing. Mm-hmm. All good. Why? There is no same thing. See? What the hell is wrong? Maybe Nginx hyphen stable is it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is the name? Bitnami is it? Let's try this. Ah, there is no stable, right? Wait. No, obviously. Come on, this chart, one chart. Mm, that's okay. Let me, we'll do one thing. Instead of downloading the existing chats, let's create our own chat. It's better to do that. Email, what is the difference? We don't need to write everything from scratch, but yeah, that's okay. Let's write it. So first, let's forget about all these things for now. We install Helm, create a folder, and create here my chart. Okay, go to my chart. Sorry, sorry. We are inside the chart. There is nothing obviously, correct? There will be first file. The first file will be chart.yml. This chart.yml contains the metadata about the chart. Metadata means the information about the chart, like what is some name of the chart, version of the chart, description like this. So write API version v2, name my chart obviously, and some description, Helm chart for my Nginx app, something, and version. This is the chart version, maybe 0.0.1 because we just started. Oh, same, that's it. So we have the chart. We have the chart information. Next thing is, let's create a templates directory inside the chart. See, what will be there inside the templates directory? I told you, right? Deployment files, but with in a different, little different format means which this deployment file can accept the parameters here because chart supports the parameters. We can pass the parameters. Let me say the example. First, let me copy it. Okay. So this template contains the manifest files for your chart. This is the manifest file for us, correct? Let's copy all these things. This won't work because we have direct values here. This does not really work. What it will happen? Let's open Chrome, go to our ML link. Forget about this. Let's change the deployment so that it can accept the parameters. How to do that? Let's for now just we'll try basic thing because I don't want to confuse you. Blah blah blah. These are all fine. Strategy also not required. Deployment okay. Blah 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 blah. Service account name not required. Nginx okay. Secrets blah, blah, not required. Enemies. This is the sample file. Correct. Hope you know this. Now this is the default file. I mean, we have the values directly, which is not a good approach. Which is not which cannot be reusable, obviously. Now how to do it? How to parameterize this deployment file? How it happens is first let's say starting with replicas. In the Helm chart, there is something called values.yaml file. Values.yaml file. Let me first create that. Vi values.yaml. Yes, I think it's correct. Yes. So in the values.yaml file, we'll define the value like this. Replica count is equal to 1 as an example. Now we'll use this value, whatever we define in deployment file here. So what we use now for how we try to refer the value. So in YAML in Kubernetes, how we do it is dot values dot sorry replica count like sorry it's like this. So it will try to fetch the value from the replica count from values file. Obviously, we have we have replica count as 1. So the 1 value will be applied. So like this, we can add each and every parameter. First, we will add the value and we'll add the parameter. Then it will create a chart. Let's do that first. Let's do that. Values file will add one more thing, maybe image. Image repository alpine sorry Nginx Nginx that's it. Tag alpine and now image also defined. Let's use this image in our deployment file. Just let me save it. So there is the image here. See the same thing we gave there, right? But instead of giving value, we are referring as a parameter. So image, how it will be, same thing. Dot values, sorry, dot values dot image dot repository. how I know this value? I mean, how I'm defining this? See, the first thing is values file dot values replica count, direct value, correct? So I gave values dot replica count. Now values dot image, inside the image there are these things. So values dot image dot repo for the name and the image tag. Obviously we need tag. So that's why I'm defining like this. Values dot image dot repo b. The repository is inside the image. That's why. And you can define the tag also, right? Sorry. Dot values dot image dot tag, obviously. Sorry. So let's add quotes for this. Mhm. Capital V. I forgot, sorry. Like this. Like this, you can change everything. Everything I'm telling you, right? Let's say container port also I can change simply. What I'll write here is dot values dot what to write? Container port. So I have to define this container port. Sorry, spelling wrong. I'll define this in the values file like this. Like this, I'll be doing everything. You got it? And let's say, what about these things? Container name test shall I give? No, I don't want test. What I want then? Chart name. Why chart name? Because we were creating containers through the I mean the deployments and everything through charts only, right? Let's have a chart name instead of test. Dot chart dot name. Sorry, chart name obviously we have defined already. So that will be applied. What about these labels? Same thing. Okay, if you want to change, like this. If you don't want to change, leave it. But one thing here is in metadata match labels like this, you have to use include. Now how to use include is, let's say for name, I don't want to define this name. Sorry, include my chart dot full name. I'm just having, uh, the name of this deployment name as my chart name, whatever the full chart name I have. Similar way here, I'll have this chart name here, app column. So what I do, same thing. Let me just copy this. So my chart dot name, like the same. Now we have to use the same thing, right? Obviously below. This part name is not required. You can remove it. So this is how everything looks like. Now all these values it will be fetching from different files, right? Correct? Let's save this first. va deployment.yml. I mean, the ML file will keep on increasing, so you can pass the values here just like in values. All good, all are same, no worries. Now, let's okay. First, let's explore. Let's talk about this. So obviously, service. Sorry, deployment cat values cat char dot. See, so these three files we have written so far. Sorry, I will chart. Wait. Awesome. It should be capital C. That's right. My bad. Sorry. So now observe here the same deployment file we have written, but we're not passing any value. See here, did we hardcode it anything? Nothing here. Right? Everything we are getting from values.ml file. Now this deployment can be reused, right? Let's say this is test environment as an example I'm doing, and now we got a new environment production as an example. Now we want to deploy the same Nginx. Maybe here Nginx image will be changed, the replica count will be changed, and the container port may be changed. So instead of changing the deployment file, we simply have values.yml file. We simply change the values.yml file, or we'll create one more values.yml file for production, and we copy this content, and we're just changing the values, not really the template. Observe, we don't touch this. We just change the values based on the environment. It's easy, right? So that's why this Helm chart can be reusable, and whatever the names also we are getting from chart, this one. So like this, we are reusing the chart. We'll try that. No problem. We'll try now. We'll pass a different name like this, blah blah blah. So and we'll pass it. So these names are just using from the chart. It can be changed. It can be changed, to take it from this one. No worries with that. I'm just showing an example. Now create a deployment. Not just deployment. In the template, you can have any file. Let's remove this deploy file. And of course, the values file should be outside. I'll show you the clear structure once I've written this. Now let's write a service file. Mm, node port service should be present. Yeah, this is the node port service. Let's write the same service, but in template, in the templating mode. So kind service is obvious. Service name, you can use the chart name here. No worries. Let me copy it from there. Let's say, sorry, wait. Service name, I'll use this, blah, 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 blah. Yes. And of course, selector also same. Selector also is the same. Instead of full name, I'll just use name. It's okay. Type node port, obviously, we're creating ports. Remove the tomcat for now. So now here, name also not required. Type. So node port, if you want to define here, you can define, or that also can be done like the same thing. Dot value dot service dot type. We haven't defined that, we'll define it. Now ports, protocol should be like this. So protocol TCP, it's common. Port will be changing, right? What is the port? Same thing, blah 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 blah. Dot values dot service port. Service dot port, which I'll be defining later. Target port again. Let's define that also. Blah 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 blah. Dot values dot target dot port. Node port I'll define there. Blah blah blah. like this. Sorry, not for define. So like this, I'll define like this. What's happening? All these values will pass in. Sorry, where is it? Uh, in the values.ml file. Let's go. Let's go to our values. Let's add a new values. Sorry. These are for our application. It's done. Now, type service. Sorry. Type. So what is the type? Node port. And of course, what are next things expected? Service port, target port, node port. For wait, did I give wrong? Let me see. Just simply define the port. Wait, I gave wrong. Service dot target port because we are defining target port inside a service, right? It should be like that. For my bad, my values dot serve. I mean, it's not wrong. You can define a node and define the port, but it's easy. Target port and node port. So just use capital letters. Otherwise, Kubernetes will feel bad. So first we have to define type node port. Port is 80. Next is what is it? Target port 80, I believe. Next node port 80. Same thing. Now see service dot values dot service dot type service dot port service dot target port service dot node port. Isn't it what we have defined here? See, so like this we'll create a chart from scratch because we couldn't download the service. That's why we are creating it from chart. If you download the chart, for all templates will come by default. Sorry, you don't need to write like this from scratch. That's the only difference. Just want to show you how to download, but it's not working. That's okay. We can create from scratch. Now, so as of now, in the Helm chart, in the Helm chart, we have seen chart.yml information about the charts, values.yml where we define the real values. This values.yml file can be, uh, multiple. Depends on the environment, depends on whatever requirement. We'll try all those. No worries. And of course, templates. Templates is our ML files or manifest files, but in a templated format. Means no values, all referring from other things. That's why we call them templates. Got it? Now there will be one more file called helper underscore helpers dot tpl. Sorry. So what is this useful for? This file we can define reusable template functions like the names can be reusable. See, we are using chart name, right? Chart name dot full name, chart name dot name. So all these where they are coming from, we may think it's coming from chart.yml, correct? Let me show you. So we defined this one, my chart dot full name, my chart dot name. But is there anywhere you can see full name here? No, but where is the values coming from? This will be coming from underscore helpers file. But what we created. I think I didn't create it. That's okay. I'll change the file name later. So here we define uh, the names, whatever we are using, chart name dot full name. So what happens is like we can't directly fetch the chart name from the chart.yml file. It's not possible. So that's why we create a helper file where we create a full name template and a name template, which will fetch it. Name means it will return the chart name, whatever the chart name is there. And full name means it will return the chart name and the release name. There will be release name also, which it will pull. Got it? So we haven't defined the release name anywhere. We'll do it, don't worry. Now first how to write this helper. Similar way, it's a template file. Blah blah. Sorry. Mhm. And define my chart dot name. This is what we are using, right? Sorry. Dot chart dot name. So it's printing the chart name. It's for getting the chart name. If you use this, you're getting the chart name. That's fine. That's why we're defining that. And of course, the end. Next, we define the my chart dot full name. Let's copy the same thing. So now, Control C, won't work. Now my chart dot full name, right? Define my chart dot. My chart dot full name, and it will include. We are including chart name, release name, and chart name. Maybe let's select this dot name release dot name hyphen full. If we someone give my use my chart dot full name, it it looks like release name my hyphen chart name. What is release name? I haven't done that yet. Let's see. So mb underscore it should be helpers and it should be inside templates. Got it? Now there will be one more file called ignore helm ignore vi dot helm helm sorry spelling wrong. Helm ignore is like to exclude some unnecessary files when creating a helm chart. Just like git ignore, we have helm ignore. We can write something like if we have some backup files star dot bkp star dot swp, these kind of files will be ignored by helm. That's it. And obviously there will be readme file. For some people use readme, so star dot md, so you can ignore the readme file, it's not required. So it will be like this. So oh, tree is not there. It install tree. See the structure, helm structure. So hope you know these things now. Chart.yml, helm ignore, and you don't see helm ignore because it's hidden file. Dot we have added if you remember right. Dot helm ignore. So obviously we won't see it unless you define helm lss and templates. Our directory or files, manifest files which we want to deploy, and the values file. You can have separate multiple values files. We'll try that also. Don't worry. Now the Helm chart is ready. Now what I have to do? Now I have to deploy this Helm chart. The first thing is I'll use this command helm lint dot. It will show if any errors are there. There is some error it seems. See templates in the helpers line 1. There is some error it seems. Let's open helpers. Why? Where is the error? Let's observe clearly. I believe there is no error. maybe extra space again. Let's try. Obviously correct. I gave an extra space. See, with this helm lint command, it will show you if there are any errors. Just like it showed now, right? So I just gave an extra space. I should remove it. That's it. It will show you which line also. See here. Oh, sorry. Helm lint zero failed. Icon is recommended. It's bad. It's mandate, non-mandatory. See, zero failed. Now our chart is clear. Helm lint. Okay. Now next, what to do? Install the Helm chart. How to install the Helm chart? Helm install. What is your yeah, chart name? My chart. But obviously you are inside the chart. You can simply give dot. So it will install whatever defined in the current directory, and it will create the I mean, what are the resources in templates, deployment and service, I believe. So it will create those two things. But before install, we have to define a release name, something. My release name. This is my release, or let's say test release. Why to confuse? So we have to define the release name. Is mandatory. If you remember in the helpers file, we are using the release name within the name, right? Within the full name. So this is the release name. If you install this, it's deployed, status default, revision 1, first revision, obviously. See how to check kubectl get PO. See our, see the pod name, test release or chart. That's what we get. The error we'll see now, don't worry, but I just want to show you. What is the chart full name? Release name hyphen chart name, correct? That's what. Where we have used the full name in the template, I mean in the metadata. See, kubectl get deploy. See, we got the deployment. Get service. See the service. Everything is created, right? Of course, there is some error. Invalid image name. Let's describe it. Kubectl describe pod slash. This is the pod. Paste. Enter. Imagine Nginx space is there. See, we shouldn't give the space. That's the issue. Then what to do now? Go to chart. Go to chart and open the templates. Let's see what is there. Templates in the deployment, obviously. See, I gave the space here. See, observe here. Why the hell I gave the space? No idea. I don't remember it. See, remove the space and install again. Now while installing, it's a new version, right? In order to differentiate, I'll give this version 1.0. Just for my verification, you can be like this. Ports are allocated, so uninstall it. Tell uninstall. Sorry, my bad. No need to uninstall. Try to upgrade. Help upgrade command. So what happens is when you install, it will install the chart. But second time also you're installing, it is expecting that okay, it's a new chart, new, completely new. It's trying to install, but we already have a chart. The ports are being used. It will throw error. That's why you have to use Helm upgrade command. So Helm upgrade, which will just upgrade the chart. It won't create completely existing Helm chart with some new changes. Obviously, we made a new change on command. What is the release name? Test release V1 1.0. Let's say this is the release name. What is the chart? Current dot. I mean, upgrade failed. Test release has not applied releases. Okay, let's uninstall because it is not working. Release name test Hyphen. You know why? Because the test name I had to use the same. Let me show you. Is deployed. See, revision 2 because I had to use the same name while upgrading. kubectl get pivot. Is it running? This is on. What is this? Did I install already? Oh, I installed it. I installed another chart with the just release version. But of course, service is not created because the port number is already there. kubectl get hvc. Yeah, that's correct. This is not. This is on. See, it's running. Now, how to uninstall Helm? Un Sorry, Helm uninstall. Now, what you have to give while uninstalling? Your release name. What is release name? Test hyphen release. Uninstalled. Get po. Get svc gone. See, get po gone. Now release 1.0 is there. Let's remove that also. Test sv1 version 1.0 blah blah. Uninstalled. Get the po. Not there. See, that's all. That's how easy it is to have the Helm charts. Let's say you are in somewhere here. You are outside, right? How to do it? Helm install test rel test hyphen rel maybe just for anything. And this is the release name. What is the chart name? My chart. See, you can give the full path if it is different path. It's deployed. kubectl get oh, it's created. Now, sorry, is it clear so far? I forgot to ask today. Is it okay? Can you understand what is Helm charts? How to create it? It's done. Just one more small thing is there. I'll show you. That's it. But Helm chart is done. Topic. Is it clear? Hmm.
Not
Try it.
completely, bro.
Rewatch it.
We'll recap,
Let me show you one
rewatch
last
the
thing.
video again.
I told you, right? This can be reusable. How? My chart. So currently, let's say this is the test environment. I have these things in test environment. Now I want to deploy in a prod. So what I do is I'll create a new values file in the Helm charts. I'll paste the same content obviously and change it. Image is okay. Container port is okay. Service node port. Node port I have to change obviously, right? 8080. So I'm just changing one value. Save it. Now do it. Same release command. But what happens is here if you do Helm install, the release name, whatever the chart, it will take the default values.yml file. Correct? This will take default values which we'll try to create again. But now we got a new values.yml file for another environment. So we have to pass that. How to pass that? This is your Helm chart, right? Simply pass -f values underscore prod dot yml. So inside this chart, it will try to look for values. Sorry, spelling wrong. Values dot prod. So test release is already there, I guess. Let's not use the same name. Maybe prod rel values hyphen prod. Is it not there? Did I create? Did I not create it? Let me see. Cat values. Okay, values underscore prod. Values underscore prod dot yml is correct. Mm-hmm. It is. Let's see. Let's see. Give the chart path. Let's try. Still same. What the hell it is not taking? Let's go inside this chart and let's pass it now. Let's see. It's created. It couldn't able to take it, but it should take it. We have to pass it a different. That's okay. But it's created. New release is created. kubectl get po. See pod is created. Prod release. kubectl get svc. See prod release created. Different port. One chat, but I created two things. See, two prods with a different configuration. I mean, little different, obviously. How? But with one Helm chart only because of the templating. I did not create a new deployment file. I did not change anything new deployment file except I just have separate values.yml file and just changed whatever I want. That's it. Same Helm chart I'm used multiple times. You can use it n number of times. That's the main advantage of Helm charts. One template you can write. That's it. No need to write multiple deployments, change it, blah blah. It's too difficult. Just one Helm chart for all the scenarios. That's how that's how you do it. That's how you use that's the advantage of Helm chart. That's how you use the Helm chart. Is it clear now? I mean, did you got it a bit? Why we are using Helm charts for this purpose mainly? We create Helm charts for reusability, so that we can able to reuse instead of writing separate files for each and everything. Obviously, everyone is lazy to write individual files separately. I mean, not in a bad way. We don't need to write. Why we need to write same thing multiple times with minor changes? Then we can have one thing for all the environments or everything for all that our tasks. That's easy, right? That's why the Helm chart. I know it might be a little confusing a bit, but it's super easy. Try to rewatch this video, not just mine, any video. Watch any video if you don't understand the way, I mean, the Helm chart which how I explain. Watch another video and follow this example. Easy. How to create Helm chart. We are also using the same thing. We have Helm charts, multiple Helm charts for each and every team. They'll use the Helm chart and they'll pass the values file. Different values file for each and every environment. The values obviously will be different and they'll create it. That's all. So hope it's clear. I mean, yeah, do watch any video. I mean, and practice this example which I showed. It will be very easy. Install Helm. Helm commands are simple. Helm repo add command is there. I mean, to add the stable repo, but it did not work. But Helm install command. Helm upgrade to if you want to upgrade anything, but don't change the release name while upgrade. Helm uninstall obviously. That is also on. Helm lint before all these install. Helm lint 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 the chart name. It will give you any errors if you have. If you don't, that's it. All good to run. Got it? Is it clear? So try it
Okay,
because
okay, bro.
nowadays no one interested to use manifest files. All wants to use Helm charts only. That's why. All want to use Helm charts. Of course, we have to write manifest files. Within the Helm chart also you'll be using manifest only in the templates. But it's a templated way, I mean parameterized way. So but Helm charts will be using because it's easy to deploy multiple applications. What I do is, there is one more command, Helm install only. You know what I do? Let me show you. So let's say, what is it? Yeah, what I just did do. Let me uninstall it. Helm uninstall. What is the release name? Prod. How do I know? Here, prod rel. Prodrel. Um, what is the chart? I keep on forgetting. Not no need of chart. Delete it. Testrel also delete it. Is it not found? Sorry, no. Yeah, testrel deleted. kubectl. You get PO. Still parts are running. Deleted kubectl. Delete. Hyphen S. Deploy. Yeah, deleted. Let me just clear everything. Okay. kubectl. Delete. Hyphen S. Cubes. Okay, let me just edit the file, remove the namespace. Yes, deleted. Now all deleted. Now what I can do, Helm install, release, my release, chart, my chart, obviously. I mean, you can give any name, not just these names. Release name can be meaningful. Chat name, give something chat name. Hyphen pass, values.yml. Go inside Helm chat. What is another file? Values underscore. I can use like this also. This also I can use. So what happens? Helm, sorry, Helm will merge them and these values will be applied. Not this. This file will be overridden. Only this value will be applied. And you can pass one more thing also like this. Let's say, let's remove this. Hyphen set 3. Let's say. What is the replica count in this file? I believe 1. If I pass like this, we are changing the value of the file. We change the value. kubectl get PO. The 3 parts are created. But if you observe, not var cat, we gave only 1. But we changed the value directly here. Explicitly, we updated it here. That's all. That's how we can able to pass also. I got it. That's how to use it. Helm charts. Uninstall. Helm uninstall. What is the release name? MyRel. All gone. Gone, gone. Come on, yes, gone. That's how use a Helm chart. Yeah, do practice and we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last topic in Kubernetes. Friday, right? Tomorrow. Yeah. And yeah, first do practice. Forget about tomorrow. This practice first and we'll meet. Okay. All right. All right. Let's meet tomorrow then. Same time. Bye.